About your team right now?
Our potential. That's what I like. Potential means you haven't done anything yet, though. So we have to reach our potential.
Can you talk a little bit about the changes that you tried to make in the second TCU game in terms of what was going on in Vegas and then what you tried to do there in Texas?
I thought we were more purposeful on the defensive end, guarding their ball screens. They scored quite a bit on their ball screen stuff, two-man game stuff against us in the first outing, and then this time we were able to cut that down considerably. So I thought our guys did a good job of adapting to what we were trying to do the second time. We still lost the game, but it was a lot better effort, a lot more organized than what we were doing.
Were you discouraged by those two games, by the way you played, and the fact that you lost both of them, and coming back here 4-3 and everything?
You're disappointed, for sure. Was more disappointed in we started to play defense in the second game. First 10 minutes, we played very good defense. If we play that way, which we could bottle that, if we play that way for the rest of the season, we'll do just fine. But then we began to turn the ball over. And it wasn't just one person, as a team we began to turn the ball over. That allowed them to get some easier baskets. That gave them a little more confidence, and there we went. But it was disappointing in those two because we would like to have seen us play a little better. But again, as much as I was disappointed, I was very encouraged in the moments that we had in the second TCU game, and with that being our true first road game.
Did you think that you would be closer to stringing those moments together more, closer to playing that way for 40 minutes than you are at this point?
I did. I thought we would be, but we're not. But like I said, I do see progress. I think we are starting to see progress. We're not undefeated, so it doesn't reflect that, but we know what we're doing here, and we're seeing the progress. So we have to keep heading that direction.
Are you at the point where you begin to tweak the defense yet, or do you still go with your original approach, thinking that these guys will ultimately get it?
Yeah, a few years ago we tweaked a couple of times because one was injuries, another was, I think 2014, we started out the season and went, uh-oh, we're not able to do this. 2007, we did the same thing. We said, uh-oh, we're not able to play this way, so we kind of tweaked a little bit. Now, I don't think it's as much of a tweak as much of we've been spending more time doing certain things defensively, and we've gotten better. If from game one to now we hadn't seen any progress at all, yeah, then we would make sure we change some things. But we're getting better. We're making progress.
And again, is it more of the personnel? Is it the system? Is it just the lapses within the game? Is it the opponents?
A couple of times we played a couple of opponents that were somewhat problematic for us to guard the way they were playing. But for the most part, I just think it's us getting it. I don't think it's a total lack of personnel. I just think us getting it and understanding it. Like I said, if we were not able to see any improvements, then we're talking a different story. But we're seeing improvements here. It just hasn't happened for 40 minutes. If you play a certain way for 10 minutes, you're able to do that. You're not making it up. It just didn't happen. It wasn't just coincidence. You did it. It wasn't 3 possessions. We did it for 10 minutes in the beginning, and obviously that doesn't win you a game, 10 minutes, but it just showed more progress. There were a couple other games we did it for a half, and sometimes teams were missing. This time, we were playing the kind of defense we want to play.